All right, so it seems like iOS 16.0.3 has a problem. Has a problem with cinematic mode. Now, I don't know if 100% if this is with all iPhones that can do cinematic mode or just the iPhone 14, which is what I'm recording it on, but there's an issue. So this is the issue, and I want to show you here. I have Final Cut here. Now I have shot, actually I shot this earlier today when it was the first time that I had shot cinematic mode on my iPhone 14. It was in 4K. I've tried this at 4K 30, 4K 24. It does it with everything. So I'll give you a for instance here. If we take a file, and this here, I believe, this one here, I think, if I bring this up, no importable files, that's awesome. Let's do it this way, actually. Let's go into the Photos app, where this was actually has moved via iCloud from my iPhone 14, which again is what's filming this right now. And there it is right here. And it's kind of interesting because in, of course, the Photos app, in that you can see it with the blur on it. So if I actually come into Photos here, and we'll just bring this up, you'll see cinematic mode here. And you can see, bring this full screen, you can see that nice blur back there, right? Everything's working fine. That's great. The problem is inside Final Cut, let's just quit this. Final Cut here, when I take that video and I drag it in, if you come in here, first thing you'll see cinematic, right? You're like, cool, it's coming. So I'm gonna let this come in. So right now it's slowly moving in. Actually, it's already imported. You guys can see it's just rendering right now. But there is no, for me, no blur in the background, which is kind of to be expected because we haven't, gone in and said we want to play with cinematic mode. But if you come in here to this clip and go down to cinematic mode, you get the cinematic effect can't be enabled. And I've searched all over the place. Nobody seems to be able to get a workaround for this as of now, again, with 16.0.3, I believe it is, that's out. So hopefully when 16.1 comes out, or if a new version of Final Cut comes out, and iMovie on the Mac is doing this as well, so that's an issue. Of course, the only way that you can kind of get around this, if you are someone that has been using cinematic mode, is even on the iPhone, if you actually airdrop it to your computer, or even try to do a direct import via the Lightning cable, you get the same error. You get the same error comes up. So it has nothing to do with the transfer phase. Again, even with a file that's coming through iCloud, which has everything, it's getting this error. The only way you can do it is actually do it like an airdrop from your iPhone, but edit the video on the actual iPhone. Because when you actually edit the video on the iPhone, you can play around with the cinematic mode. So you can tell it, I want it to be f4.5, f2.8, f11, whatever you want. Once it's there and you export it, it will flatten the image. So it'll flatten the video with that background, which is why you guys are seeing me now with this blurry background, is because that's what I had to do. And at least you have that nice blurry background that you kind of wanted. The only downfall, of course, is that you can't manipulate it. You can't change it. You can't look at it and be like, oh no, I actually would like it to focus over here. Or I'd like it to have more blur or less blur. You'd have to go back to your phone and re-export it again. So hopefully this is an issue that gets remedied. Leave comments down below if you guys are experiencing this with your iPhone 14, and if you're experiencing it with any of the other iPhones that can do cinematic mode. So I think it's an iOS 16 issue. We'll see. I even tried to take the file, the cinematic file, move it over to my iPad and see if I could edit it on the iPad. The iPad sees that it's cinematic mode because the iPad's running iOS 15. It sees the cinematic mode, sees it in its blurry state, but I can't go in and manipulate it. So Comments below. Let me know if you're having the same issue. And we'll keep you updated as to when this hopefully gets fixed. All right, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And we'll see you guys next video. Later.